Little heads up for you guys. We are right in the middle of eclipse season. All right, we do have an eclipse coming in on the 28th. That is in Taurus. I have been reading cards on a certain situation for myself, personal cards. Now, I did a reading 2-3 days ago and I got terrible cards. I did a reading today and the cards have completely shifted. What this tells me, not that one or the other reading was erroneous or wrong, but that the energy is just that volatile. So watch your ass. Things are very much in flux, very much up in the air. So if you're having a devastating, I'm having a very bad eclipse season, but if you're having a very devastating day, devastating eclipse season, just know these energies can change on a dime. They can truly, truly change on a dime. So the more that you keep a positive mindset, the more that you are pushing for a really good outcome for yourself, the better off you're going to be. Please don't think that just because something has come down the pike and it looks terrible that it's going to remain terrible, because I'm telling you, these energies are volatile. And I'll tell you what I did. So the first reading I did, I got the Tower, I got the Devil, I got the 10 of Swords, 10 swords in the back. I mean, these were terrible cards. And I flipped out. And after I flipped out for a while, I decided to go into my studio where I also have a little meditation area. And I just sat and I put myself in a way more positive frame of mind. I did that for 2 days. I also did quite a bit of clearing, moving energy. And I kept requesting. So I made this request, move me into the timeline where, state your desired outcome. And what I like to do is, I don't have my pendulum with me right now, but I like to use my pendulum and I hold it and I just say, okay, move me into the timeline where, I get $1 million. Whatever your outcome is, your desired outcome has to be reasonable. And the pendulum will start to swing. If it's swinging clockwise, that means that it's doing something. It's clearing, it's moving your timeline, it's moving you around, and then it'll stop. It'll stop and it'll start to go back and forth. And that's when you know that the energy that you're putting out in order to manifest this outcome has been put out. I'm telling you this. I know I love magical thinking. I'm a huge fan of it because I think it actually works. So if you're having some hard times right now, like I said, this eclipse season is gnarly AF. If you are having a rough time, if you're having a rough period, if you're a reader and you're reading your own cards or somebody else read your cards and they're really gnarly, or even if you're not, but you're like, man, this I can't deal with what's going on right now. Things are shifting quickly. The energy is volatile. And when the energy is volatile, you can actually use it to your advantage. So please, please, please put yourself in a nice, calm state. And I'll tell y'all, I was freaking out. I was freaking out. I made about 50 phone calls to my poor mother. Hey, mommy, I was freaking out. Totally freaking out. I had to go to the store. I had to buy a bag of chips. I'm not supposed to eat junk food because I'm recovering from the whole near-death thing. But I went and I got the bag of chips and I was like, I'm shoving in my face, like crying. Like this was my eclipse situation. And after that, after I flipped out, I pulled myself together. I got right into my meditation room and I just said, okay, I'm not going to be in this energy and I'm not going to allow this energy to play itself out in my life. And lo and behold, the cards have shifted. And shifted beyond, instead of getting the Devil, I'm getting the Sun. Instead of getting that 10 of Swords, I'm getting the Knight of Cups. Like these are beautiful cards. So this is just my little PSA to you guys that if things are going crazy, put yourself in a nice state as best you can. Get into a peaceful state. Relax. And then put your desired outcome out there. Because chances are with this kind of volatile energy, you can shift things pretty easily. It's not a fixed energy. It's very mutable, very movable energy. So that is my PSA to you guys. In case you're new here, I'm Kirsten Langston, author and intuitive. This is Third Eye Champagne, where I do all things paranormal and all things psychic. And shout out to Mind's Eye Vintage for the vintage Disney shirt. All right, my friends, I love you. I adore you. I am your biggest cheerleader. Be well.